Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here, and guess what's on? RAGL is on, that's right, as of yesterday, 12 AM UTC. RAGL Season 6 has commenced, it is in full effect now, and the first replays have started appearing on the servers. In particular thanks to one of these talented individuals here that we're gonna be casting live, but allow me to introduce the players before I elaborate. On the top right side, spawning in the, I guess yellowish trunks, it is BigBadBain. He's putting the G in RAGL. He is OpenRA's own flanking monster, and you're never safe from him anywhere on the map. And in the bottom left, we've got a player who is very close to my heart. It is WhoCares, wielder of the silver demo truck. Why the silver demo truck? If you want to find out and you haven't watched already, watch Bain versus Mo. I think it was Shoutcast number 149, which blew all the other demo trucks out of the water. Sure, WhoCares has planted lots of more demo trucks, but as all the ladies can attest, it's not about the size of the demo truck, it's about how hard you can blow the load. Alright, and speaking of blowing, we're gonna blow the lid off of this, and we're gonna dive right into the game here. This is a War Factory rush with a barracks skip from WhoCares. Super interesting build, super greedy, probably the greediest you could get. And on the other side, we've got just the standard, I guess that's a double refinery opener for BigBadBain with lots of infantry pressure, and a double engineer build. Let's see if that pays off against a quick ranger rush. I guess that's like, strikes me as nothing but a ranger rush here. Because, oh, factions, yeah. We've got BigBadBain as the French, which is curious considering he is British himself, and he usually used to main Brits, I guess, if you can't even say that in OpenRA. OpenRA is a bit of a tricky beastie. Yeah, that's a straight-up ranger rush. Super smart play here, but needs to contest the double engineers here. He needs to find something to make it work. He needs to put the hurt and put the pressure on in order to make it pay off. So anyway, yeah, in OpenRA, faction choice not that big of a deal until tier 3. And how many games do you see go into tier 3? Not that many. Yes, that's an intelligent flank onto the engineer already. One of the engineers being wiped off the board, leaving us with another one. Who is going to go south and gonna find another unclaimed oil derrick. Well, oh, that's smart from Bain. He has stacked his infantry up. You can't stay in trade versus a 5-stack with a ranger. It's just too weak. The armor is too flimsy. You basically need a ranger light tank combo in order to dislodge that. That's why stationary infantry is super good, even early game. And the ranger has to scurry back on a sliver of health. Needs to find something to patch him up, but he is ahead in the econ. And that's the power of the rack skip ranger rush, because it allows you to get out harvesters so much quicker. We're already seeing 4 harvesters out for WhoCares versus the 2 of BigBadBain. But in the same vein, lots of infantry pressure coming his way. So that strikes me to be like a sort of rushy type of build. There is lots of rockets here already, 3 rockets early game. That's a big investment. And I'm sensing a sort of rush from Bain, like a half-hearted rush at least. Alright, what's it gonna be? Another harvester? Or a light tank? Oh, he's broke as well. This build doesn't scale too well, as you can see. It doesn't scale into the mid-game unless you inflict bleed damage, or unless you get 4 oil derricks, which almost would have been the case. But he is stalled out at 3 now, which is okay. 3 is pretty much as much money as a refinery. Now finally there is an engineer for WhoCares. He has forfeited engineer production. Wow, that's a move command! That's super lucky. This ranger would have been dead. Dead to rights there. Except, move command, buddy. This is one of the specialties here for BigBadBain, because he loves camping ore fields. He loves the camp. He's the player who's brought the biggest tent, I guess. Lots of patience as well. He just, he just lets his infantry blobs sit outside of vision range, within range of the ore mines. Super good play here. Okay, the rangers are gonna duel, and this is absolutely gonna favor BigBadBain, who has a lot more health to work with on his ranger. He's also gotten an engineer up, but oh, the defense is just now coming up. Wow, ranger escaping on a sliver of health here. Engineer being deployed. I don't think it's gonna work. Really, there is a second con yard. He has the money to build a pillbox. Yeah, sounding the retreat and getting caught off guard, but it would have been a nice play. Really nice attempt. Good hustle there. So most of the infantry converging towards the middle, and this looks like WhoCares is having his first expansion out safely already. This is a 5-minute expansion. The Ranger is still being proactive here. Still good scouting. He sees that he has lost the wielder, but he still has an engineer. Keep in mind, he hasn't lost the engineer. It's still safely tucked away. Oh, that's another one of those flanks here. Just camping the ore fields. And he's not gonna get inside pillbox range, which is one of the smartest plays here. Look at how close this is. He knows, his game sense prevails here. He knows exactly how close he can get here. How close he can get to the sun. Unlike Icarus. Alright. Yes. He's pulling out now. Smart move. There's lots of infantry from WhoCares, mostly rifles. And they're gonna be able to dislodge this army really, really quickly. Also, this wielder is still not claimed. There's another flank on the top left side. Double war factory. I don't know what the build is for WhoCares. That is a super early second war factory, and his harvesters are stalling. So right now he's on 5. It's still okay. There is an MCV for Bain going into the middle, and Bain is just a connoisseur of the base push. I bet this is gonna be a base push straight up into the main base, maybe onto the expansion, let's see. And WhoCares deploys here as well. He's really light on the base defenses. Just for a man in his position, he should have queued up a couple more pillboxes, really. This is... Oh no! Oh, he gets it. Amazing stuff. So at least he gets the cash rebate on one of the Wilderics, which makes it a 1/2, I guess? 1/2, yes. With the third one still being unclaimed. But that's a nasty position to fight. The Harvester can only tank for so long, the infantry being completely idle. Here comes the Ranger from the flank, but that's not gonna work. The Ranger is not a main battle tank. You scurry away, buddy. Go pester some infantry somewhere else. Yeah, that's so good. Gotta say, here comes the flank. And WhoCares pulling away immediately. That was such a good reaction. Clutch reaction, keeping the Harvester alive. But he doesn't have build radius here. That's nasty. So this flank is gonna be here to stay at least for a little bit. Just a little longer. Oh no, the Ranger is gonna be out of commission here. Finally the Ranger falling after 7 minutes of game time. That was really, really well played with the Ranger though. This is a really greedy refinery. He's in no need of taking this expansion right there. His economy was not in dire straits. Also, 2 ore trucks being idle. That's just gonna allow him to... Yeah, that's just gonna hamper his econ for the time being. Ooh, finally. Oh, the other medium tank gets tangled up on the husk as well. So, really annoying. Oh, there's a radar dome for Bain. What? How can he even afford this? He's on a budget here. He's on a shoestring budget, still making it work. Ooh, but WhoCares losing so many harvesters here. Even the medium tanks falling prey to the ambush. That's too much infantry to contest. I don't like this engagement. Should recognize that there's just too many rockets. Pull away. Unless he manages to focus the rockets out, which would be amazing play. But that's so hard to... Oh, wait! He did it! Oh, they got crushed. So this is pretty good. Whether it was a bit of RNG involved, I guess. Bit of RNG, 50% luck, 50% skill. But still a good play. And now he's trying to target the Coneyard. What is this medium tank doing? It's just on hold fire? What? Everything is on move command. Especially for Bain. What are you doing, buddy? This medium tank could already have put a significant chunk of damage into the MCV, but decided maybe the gun was jammed, you know. Sometimes you have one of those days. Where, who is it? Where Tommy is having his gun jammed right there. The gun on the main battle tank just stalling. Oh, and out come the first artilleries. This is a flank of the Coneyard. Yes, the Coneyard is gonna go down here, but he can recapture the husk. Oh! WhoCares is target firing it. That's the smartest play I've seen in a long time. Immediately target firing the husk. Because this was right next to a barracks. Yeah, out comes the mechanic. No dice, buddy. Gonna have to take the consolation prize here. There's a medium tank. Go claim your medium tank, buddy. Come on. What you waiting for? Nah, really, he should keep it in the army. That's 5 medium tanks already. Jesus Christ, but the infantry pressure is really, really strong right there. I think, in my opinion, WhoCares just needs to redeploy the Coneyard to here, and he needs to gain some build space. He needs to gain some real estate. Whoa. Does he see the flank coming? He should see it. He should have seen the flank there. He's busy still with this army. Wow, this has kept him busy for the entire game. This here is a game-losing move. Ah, Yikes, and now his first war factory is in trouble. That's troubles ahead for WhoCares, despite him having a stellar early game. I really don't think he can hold for much longer here. He's immediately target firing Kanyard up north. This is his 5-tank flank here. But you don't outflank the Master. Master of Flanks has finally found his way into the base of WhoCares. Yeah, down goes the first war factory. A couple more assets falling. There, down goes the Kanyard, but GG from WhoCares. What did he really lose here? He's lost one of the war factories. He's lost most of his eco lines though. Like, this was his main problem. He has played it so well in game 1. But this one camp here, this has won Bain the game, straight up. He would have lost. He didn't have a Kanyard anymore in the middle. He lost his second Kanyard up north, and the Radodome was really exposed. So he was on a timer there. Had he run out of ore, I think he would have run out of steam simultaneously. But WhoCares throwing it away in game 1. But, as we know with RHL, there is always a game 2. See you in a second.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
And that is going to be played on Oshala. Tactically speaking, one of the most interesting additions to the map pool. The best in my opinion. Allow me to elaborate here. You have 2 oil derricks, which are basically your natural derricks, but you need to get rid of the wire fence somehow, or the wooden fence there. Otherwise, you're going to risk having to make a detour. And the detour is a really unsafe territory, because it allows your opponent to be there faster than you. And there is also all those explosive barrels around the secondary derrick, so taking this is a risk that you have to take in order to be on even terms in terms of economy. So it forces you into thinking creatively. It forces you into high-risk plays. Maybe open with a grenadier and open up the fences here. Maybe go down south. Maybe reroute all the infantry to the north to try and push out your opponent. Maybe go for the hospital first and win the engagements via the hospital. Well, there is lots of different routes, and the route that WhoCares is taking is straight into the main base, a rally point into the main base of Bain. Let's go to scout here. No way. Oh, this is gonna be the nasty timing if he's lucky with that and doesn't fire on the harvester. Jeez! Oh, what a pickoff, the assassin of legends here. Just going in dry and catching the first engineer off guard. This is gonna be nasty for Bain. He's gonna have to open, he's gonna be forced into a double engineer opening again. Yep, there it is. And I think he's opted for a double ref. Let me check that real quick. Production tab, yep, refinery ready for both. By the way, that's a long ass time to stall on building it. Should always use hotkeys for that. Anyway, both of these guys are Minions League players, so this is... Yeah, I forgot to mention before we're seeing the secondary engineer. Uh-oh. And the game sense of WhoCares is telling him, go south, kill shit. Anyway, with that being said, WhoCares, I wanted to elaborate on this further. WhoCares has actually played all of his games in RHL Season 6 already. How so? He's asked all his opponents. So all the replay servers are full now with his replays. Hence why I'm casting him first. Nice, getting a pick on the second engineer as well. And this is gonna mean that Bain is just gonna struggle. He's gonna be in a horrible position right there. Wait. Oh, okay, WhoCares didn't go for an engineer. He must have. I missed it. No, there it is. There it is. We're good. We Gucci, guys. We Gucci. I'm just blind. Didn't spot him on the radar. Yeah. So he's gonna try and take the oil derrick, but it's gonna be camped. And thing is, you can see the capture bar. Even if your opponent is out of line of sight, you can see the capture bar on the derrick, which is gonna allow is gonna clue Bain in as to the capture attempt. So anyway, double ore truck again, and I really don't like the light tank. What is it gonna accomplish? He has scouted there is lots of infantry. The light tank, not the most privy to getting much done against infantry. Yeah, I'm not really liking it. So here you can see, yeah, you can see the capture bar. And I think if Bain spots this, he can actually target fire. Oh, the engineer survives. Capture bar still on. Oh, he has to crush the fence. That's pretty good. It's getting healed up. Oh, not fast enough. Wow, I didn't think that one light tank shot would take like 30% off the health of an engineer. What is this? This is an MCV move out. What the hell? Triple barracks? That's the build of a man who has a plan. A devious plan, that is. And it's gonna be scouted by Bain immediately. He is gonna be he's gonna be wondering where is the con yard, and that's gonna sound all the alarm bells. Also opening up the triple power plant, that's like all the red flags you could wish for. It's like he's gonna be in panic mode now. Whoa, 4 harvesters. Frantically building defenses, building more infantry, but there's a huge chunk of infantry that hasn't been like weeded out. None of the infantry have been culled. Their presence hasn't diminished over the course of the early game, and in comes the service depot, but this is a bad start for Bain. Can he even hold this? He doesn't have pressure onto the base. Like usually if you see your opponent doing this, just pressure the harvesters. Your opponent is gonna have 3 harvesters, like maybe an APC drop if you're playing as Soviets. But it's WhoCares as Soviets, and out comes the first flame tower. Ooh, immediately chunking away 2 of the rocket soldiers. Those are the biggest damage dealers in the early game. Yikers. This is bad news for Bain. Okay, he's gonna be under the weather here. He's gonna try to struggle to reassemble his army and muster a push somehow. Look at how good the flame towers are against power plants. It's insane. How good they are against buildings in general. Look at their chunk damage that they're doing. Boom! Ah, flame tower is so much damage against stationary targets. GG for BigBadBain. Yeah, let's just call it what it was. Unlucky. That was WhoCares outplaying him. Like, I guess the engineer snipe in the early game was super lucky, but you always should use protection with engineers, guys. The PSA. And also the triple refinery all-in worked marvelously. With 3 power plants to snake walk up there and build another one. Plus, triple barracks just allows you for so much more production. He was up to 6 barracks at minute 5. That's an insane build. Works most of the time, every time. Gets the 5 aces seal of approval. Alright, with that we're kicking off Season 6. Guys, be sure to download those replays. Be sure to support the RHL guys. There are like, I think right now there's only 2 officials. Be sure to give them shoutouts because that's a lot of work to be done, and I'm really hyped for Season 6. My own games are gonna be played off stream, but I'm gonna maybe showcase them anyway. So yeah, tune in to the, by the way, Tuesday streams, there's always gonna be RHL streams from now on. At least the first half an hour to an hour is gonna be dedicated to RHL matches that are gonna be played live on stream with a 1-minute delay, because we don't want stream sniping. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you next time. 5 aces out.
Battle control terminated.